A meeting of the district health officials and the Deputy Commissioner of East Khasi Hills District of Meghalaya was held in Shillong on Friday, May 7th to break down the details of the COVID-19 update in the district. Speaking to media persons, Deputy Commissioner of East Khasi Hills District Isawanda Lalu said that East Khasi Hills at present has the highest number of cases, highest number of hospitalized and highest number of deaths.
In the Shillong urban agglomeration area, we have divided it into 7 zones, and we have our CNRD blocks, and we have seen that there is almost no locality or no area which has been spared. In Dr. Roberts' presentation, he has shown that now, if we look at a single day data, yesterday's, returnees constitute only 11% of the cases which are positive. 48% are contacts, 24% are people who suffer from ILI, SARI, other types of symptoms and come to the hospital, and 6% are those who have no travel or contact history whatsoever. So 78% of our cases are not returnees. Our focus all this time, our focus during the first wave was returnees. Track them, isolate them. Now there is already significant community spread. Just to give you a snapshot, these are yesterday's figures in Ladakh, which falls under Zone 1. Localities under Ladakh area, 157 cases. Localities under Laban area, 152. Under Sadal PS station, the localities there, 158. Under Lomtingri PS, 106. Under Maupat and surrounding areas, 190. Madanrating, 134. Maulai, 146. When we go to the CNRD blocks, Mauring Penang, 28 cases. Karashnong Latro, 16. Mauplang, 28. Shela, 22. Mausanram, 9. Pin Ursula, 17. And when we look at the number of cases in the rural areas as well, we see that there is an increase as the days go by, even with these containment measures. The question which was raised earlier, why have cases increased even if you have contained, even if you have put down these restrictions? Please remember, the cases which are detected today are those which were possibly spread 5 days, 6 days, 7 days ago. A death which occurred today is the consequence of someone not wearing a mask 10 days ago, right? The steps we take today will only bear fruit, or we will only see results a week later, 10 days later. So this is the nature of the disease which we are grappling with, which we are battling with right now. You have heard that in rural areas as well, there are significant numbers of cases. I'll just read out some figures for you. Sora 16, Maudiangyang 14, Smith 13, Mauplang 10.
Last year, it took us about 90 days to get this number of 180 cases, which we are getting in one day. So we can know the severity of the disease and how fast this disease is transmitting now from person to person. Average symptomatic cases we get every day is about 54 cases. That is about 30% of the total cases. And average serious cases per day is about 5 cases. So it means that 54 persons would require hospitalization every day, and 5 cases would be in the ICUs on a daily basis. The total deaths which we have is 654, of which, this I'm talking about yesterday's numbers, of which 366 were occupied and 298 are still available as of yesterday evening.
Isolate yourself at home. Reach out to your local health authorities. Monitor your symptoms. When they call you, let them know what symptoms you are having. And then always use the mask, hand washing and distancing. If possible, isolation will be best in a room which is separate with a separate toilet, so that your mixing up with other members of the family is very much reduced. Okay. Most cases can be easily be managed at home, mild cases. So reach out to your local doctor or to your local COVID management unit and determine the severity of the symptoms. They will through the questions and answers, they will be able to determine what severity of your symptoms. So individuals with no symptoms or very mild symptoms like low-grade fever, SpO2, oxygen concentration in the body, which is more than 95%, and no breathing difficulty, can isolate safely at home. So look for a well-ventilated space to quarantine, and to ensure maximum distance between you and other members of the household, choose a separate room with an unattached toilet which you can use for yourself. Then you can call the 14410 helpline, which is a dedicated line to call up the health workers to tell about your symptoms, or any time that you feel like talking to anyone for any help, any doubt, please call this number. Then from the health authorities also nearby, they will call you back. And one more thing, after you call this number, a mobile team will be activated. After having known your symptoms from the doctor in charge of the area, they have formed a kit, it's called a small medicine kit, which for home isolation kit it's called. They will come and give to you this kit at home and also teach you how to take care of yourself and how to take the medicines. This kit contains the pulse oximeter to measure your oxygen concentration in the body, a thermometer, some few tablets of paracetamol, ivermectin, and some vitamins. So make sure to report any symptoms that may be warning signs. Maybe your started changing, your health status is changing, it's getting a bit bad. So what are those things? As soon as you get difficulty in breathing, dip in the oxygen concentration, which is now getting lesser than 94%, persistent pain or pressure in the chest, confusion or inability to arouse yourself, and persistent fever, immediately you should let know the healthcare workers so that you'll be taken to a higher center for management. They say like this, that monitor your oxygen levels using the oximeter provided to you at least 3 times in a day, morning, afternoon, evening. If you have fever, take paracetamol after food, and also take ivermectin tablet for 2 days after food. Begin your vitamin C with 500 milligram tablet after food for 10 days. Drink plenty of warm fluids and eat nutritious food and rest. Above all, be in touch with your local authorities. So,
The DC also said that unless 90% of the community is vaccinated, we will not receive herd immunity. TNT Bureau.